Welcome to the fastest growing radio audience in America. From the city of entertainment, you are listening to Las Vegas Backstage Talk, the only show that gets personal with the stars. Brought to you.
When I did a Howard Stern show, Howard said, "Hey, Tony, you met Franny. How old was she?" I said, "She was 14. He goes, "Well, you, I said, "Howard, no,
Howard,
come on, tell us."
Right.
No, Howard, I really
Right.
wasn't.
He has to go there.
Don't bullshit me. Tell us. I said, "No, I never did that." So he goes, "How long you know her?" I said, "Well, I've known her since she's 13, 14 years old." And she'd come to the shows with her mother, Franny.
Is that true?
Yeah, and she was like a fan, and she'd come with the show, and then she'd be in the front row, and then, I'll make a long story short, I didn't see her for a while, from 83 to 88, 9.
Is that why you worked on your show?
Huh?
I said, is that why you worked on your show?
Yeah, no, I was not, there was no Franny anymore, and her mom Rose. I couldn't figure it out. So, one day I come out and I see her sitting in the front row. And I go, "Franny?" It's because it's the Hilton, right?
Right.
So I go backstage and she says, "Would you do me a favor after all these years? It's my father's birthday in 3 months. Would you come?" Because he always said to me that, "Go ahead, go see your Tony. Go see your Tony. I want him to meet you. He loves you so much. And we're going to have yellow ribbons everywhere." I said, "Okay, well, when is it?" So she gives me the date. It's like 3 months from that day. I forget about it. And I don't show up. Okay?
Can't believe he's still alive.
And
Oh my God, you're a saint.
You think you're in the room,
and
call
I
over.
call her
We
up. I
understand.
find out, I call her up, I said, "Franny, I am so sorry. I am so sorry." She goes, "No, we understand." Then I find out when I called her.
Oh no. Oh
Passed
no.
away.
Oh gosh, could it get worse?
It got worse. It really got worse. So I go, "Franny, what?" I don't know what to say. I feel terrible. All of a sudden, this shy Franny out of nowhere says to me, I said, "What can I do?" She says, "Take me to dinner." She said, I've come to see you since I'm 14 years old. Don't you think I deserve at least a cup of coffee?"
Oh, I love that.
And I
That's
went,
a great
I got
story.
bored, I don't know.
And I went, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay, let's go." So I meet her, and I'm sitting across from her. Now she's a grown woman. Now understand.
Wait, that was some cup of coffee.
So understand, in 88, from the 70s, that's a big spread. So now I go, this is the same girl I used to say, "What's your boyfriend's name?" She go, "Bobby." I said, "You tell Bobby he has to talk to Uncle Tony." That's the relationship I had with her. Now I'm looking across the table, and I look at this face, and I go, "Oh my gosh, she's pretty," to myself. Now 1 hour becomes 3. 3 hours became 6. And finally I said, "I really enjoyed this. Can we do this again?" She goes, "Hey, you know, my sister-in-law doesn't believe I even know you. She's always telling me to get a life. Maybe someday you come out. Maybe someday you'll come out and just come out with me and meet my sister-in-law." I said, "Tell you what, Sunday's Mother's Day. You gonna be out there?" "Yeah, my mother's gonna be out there." I said, "We're gonna show up together." So I go up to the sister-in-law's house. I knock on the door. The sister-in-law opens the door. She goes, "Oh my God!"
I said, "I told you I knew him."
Right? So now I meet the family, and I'm sitting there. 6 months later, I woke up to her mother and I said, "Can I have your daughter's hand in marriage?" And when I married her, remember, I married her prince, because she had my pictures all over the wall.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I mean, it's like some young kid marrying Justin Bieber or something. Right? So I mean, she's not married to her guy.
And
right?
I used to write my name on high school folders, you know, when you're in high school.
And tell her what your father used to say.
Writing, Francine Orlando.
Did you really?
My dad used to say, my mom and I would go to Vegas to see Tony, and we'd call my dad from home because he didn't like to travel or anything. So every time I called him, he'd say, "How you guys doing?" Really excited that we were here. And he'd say, "How's my son-in-law?" And I'd say,
He used to call me a son-in-law. I
Dad.
didn't know
He used to
that.
call him
Really?
son-in-law when I was 14, 15 years old. Coming
That's
to see
odd.
my mother.
That's
and
very
I
odd.
used to say, Dad, what are you talking about? He says, trust me. He said, I may not be alive to see it, but one day Tony's going to be
So
my
I had the
son-in-law.
scenario. I said to Franny,
And he died
Franny,
before we
when
got
Nick
married.
died,
So he never.
when Nick died, Italian as he was, I could see him walking through the gates of heaven like this. Da 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 dee da 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 da. When he gets there, the first thing
Made
he
an
says,
offer.
I want to make a deal for my daughter.
I love that.
Awesome.
That's a great story.
And I don't know why he used to say it all the time. I used to say, Dad, come
So
on,
when we
I'm
got
14
married-
years old.
I made it. It was a $100,000 wedding. I got it. I had Danny Thomas coming and I had all kinds of people in the show business coming. I built Greek columns because I'm half Greek. My father came and he was my best man, my
Wow.
Greek dad. And she came in a horse and carriage, a white horse and carriage, and came like a princess. And then we rode off
Like
in a white
Cinderella.
Rolls Royce into our cottage at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
That's an amazing
And we
story.
invited the whole
Cinderella
family
story.
over to the college at the
The
Beverly
next
Hills
morning, they were all there.
Come on over, have
Aunts,
breakfast with
cousins,
us.
uncles.
What year was this?
Huh?
What year was this?
1842.
Ah,
1990.
that's fantastic.
22 years, 23 years.
What a great story.
But I know her 40 years. I know her all her life. And who was on the other side of the wall? What other performer you think took the other side of the wall? Could have been her husband.
David Cassidy.
Nope.
Barry Manilow?
Alice
be
Cooper.
shocked.
Alice Cooper! Alice
Alice
Cooper!
Cooper. So when I meet Alice Cooper at one day with Franny, I said, Alice, I had the wall on the left.
That's
And my
great.
mom used to come in my room and say, on the Alice Cooper wall, take that freak down.
And Alice used to say, and Alice was the nicest guy in the
He's
world.
a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart.
Oh,
And
yeah,
And I was
definitely.
like, what I want to know is, which poster was closest to the bed?
That's all.
That's the other poster still up?
No, they're not still up.
She's a love, my wife.
I think that's just an incredible story.
Yeah,
Now, wait, first of all, we have to introduce you.
Okay. I'm Jenny Orlando.
Jenny Orlando, and I love this.
Thank you.
Did it hurt?
Jenny
did
Rose.
hurt.
Jenny Rose Orlando. I like the whole name.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jenny
my
Rose
first
is
name.
pretty, right?
I love it. I love it.
She used to hate it.
I used to. I love it now.
Now she likes it.
You see that?
Yes.
So what do you do,
I
Jenny
go to school
Rose?
right now. I'm in college. I take my classes online, and I travel with him a lot.
I love it. So Tony, what do you think of the? I
love
love
it.
that. I love that. Do you want to get one?
I would get one.
Good, because we have somebody right here.
I like her little deal there. I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
He likes it.
It's very small and
No, I'm not
I
tattoo
do too.
crazy.
That's amazing that he. Now, what would you do if she said Jenny Rose came
a tattoo?
home, says, "Dad, what do you think?"
But it's her body.
Yeah, right. Come on, are you that? Are you
seriously.
that open?
It's her
You're
body.
that hip, huh?
I look at it this way, you know. I mean, if I said no at 21, 22 years old, she's going to do it if she really wants to do it.
Wow.
Right? I think that she has the style that whatever she would do with the tattoo would be tasteful. It wouldn't be
Wow.
trashy.
Can you call my father? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not for nothing.
You know what's so funny, Jenny? Jenny's a sweet soul, like a mom. Love, she's a love. And my son John's the same way. So now I'm doing this Adam Sandler movie called That's My Boy.
Awesome.
So the movie's out. The movie's out now on DVD. You can get it on DVD and iTunes. You can download it. And it's #1 on iTunes right now.
Is it?
Yeah. And I'm in this movie and I play Andy Samberg's boss. So this character in this movie says some pretty raunchy things. But I'm this guy, Spiro. I'm not Tony. But Jenny's coming to the set. And I am like getting crazy.
Really?
I'm thinking, I'm starting to sweat. She's never heard me use the F word like that. She's never heard me.
You think she'd be shocked by that?
Well, she never heard. She wouldn't know what. I mean, a line. She wouldn't know what oral sex is. My daughter would not know these things, and I got to say these lines, and I just cleaned it up. I got to say it actually as we would say it in the old neighborhood. I was, and now I'm thinking, oh my God, she's going to come to the set. I said, Jen, I say things in this movie. She goes, Dad, how old are you? I said, 68. She goes, you think by 68 years old you could say something like that? I said, you mean it's not going to bother you? She goes, Dad, every movie you go to, even PG movies are R-rated like these days.
Mm-hmm. She's right.
She said, there is no such thing as what you think it is. It's not like, because I'm not a big movie goer. I'm really not a big movie goer. I love movies, but I'm not a big movie goer.
So in your mind, you really thought
that she was going to be upset.
That's
She's
pretty
looking
funny.
at me like, you're weird.
That's pretty funny.
What are you
That's
kidding?
funny.
You're weird. So it turned out that she gave me the support system to do that, because Adam kept saying, Sandler kept going, stop worrying, she's going to be all right.
That's another one you got to do. Adam Sandler.
Let me tell you something. You said these nice things about me. Have you ever met Adam Sandler?
I never met Adam.
I swear to you, in all of my years in this business, I've never met a nicer, more caring, more loyal, an unbelievable father, unbelievable husband, unbelievable friend. Everybody on the set has done every movie he's ever done. Makeup people, grips, camera people are all the same people from movie one.
Wow, I know. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I've never heard one bad thing about Adam either.
Believe me when I tell you.
And in show business, you know how rare that is too.
Guy. Hopefully someday he will have the opportunity to meet you.
If he's lucky.
This is why she has to have a national show. You see how quick that was?
I'm just thinking of him and his best interests.
He is really fun.
Thank you so much, guys.
My grandmother used to say, boca de sopa, soup mouth. Some people speak like they have soup in their mouth.
Right.
So Franny, for my grandmother, there's this character called Boca de Sopa, right?
Which means
who I think may have dated Paco at one time. How would she say to the audience? How would she say it?
She would say, sorry folks, tonight's performance has been canceled due to illness. I'm sick of working.
And I love that character.
That's annoying. I'm also a ventriloquist, and I have a puppet that looks exactly like him. I really do.
What's his name? Don't tell me it's Tony.
No.
Pasquale.
You're close.
Is that close?
You're close.
It was a Spanish name for sure. It was.
Oh my God! You're scaring me.
Gonzalez. What's his name?
Paco.
Paco. Of course, Paco.
Paco, and you know, the resemblance is kind of scary. I gotta say, it's scary.
Well, from now on, every time you talk to Paco,
oh my God! You have no idea.
I ain't got your name. Well, you know, they go back to him again. People never realized that I never didn't do it.
Hit it, man. See, this is what I mean. You never do. Hey, whoa, what's going on here? Hey, salute! What are you doing? Hey! All right!